opinion about this, and of course I would love to hear all your honest opinion on what you guys think E3 is going to be. By the way guys, E3 this year is going to be online. It's not going to be like the big festival that we all usually go to in Japan and all that stuff. Unfortunately, because of COVID, everything's going to be online, so we're still going to get E3 regardless, so don't worry. But yeah guys, anyway, E3 this year, when it comes to regards to a new Dragon Ball game, as many of you guys may know, or if you do not know, the companies that usually announce the Dragon Ball game at E3, of course, is Bandai Namco, but also Microsoft are the ones that usually get the green light to announce the next Dragon Ball game, usually with a trailer or like a release date or like a name or whatever. Microsoft are the company that usually give us their first quote-unquote trailer for the next big Dragon Ball game at E3. Now, of course, Sony this year will not be at E3, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure Nintendo is not going to be there too. This is kind of like a theme. Sony don't really go to E3 all that often. Usually see Microsoft for there a lot. But going back to the next Dragon Ball game, the next upcoming Dragon Ball game, I'm actually very excited about this because there are different opinions right now in the community. A lot of people are speaking of a remake for the previous Dragon Ball game, like the Budokai game, because the Budokai series itself is very interesting. The fact that a lot of the Budokai games are basically unfinished. For example, Budokai 1 and 2 are basically complete, and Budokai 3. But if you guys don't realize or remember, Burst Limit is technically or pretty much was meant to be Budokai 3. But that game unfortunately came out a little bit weird. It came out a little bit late, and honestly, it was the development for that game was very good, because Burst Limit, it was one of the best Dragon Ball game, but unfortunately it was unfinished. It's basically like an unfinished project. That was one of the main reasons why Burst Limit, the story only ended at the Cell Saga. It didn't continue to the Buu Saga and whatever. But Infinite World, I'm sure you guys know about that. Infinite World was technically a Budokai 4 after Burst Limit, but the weird part was Infinite World actually came out on the older generation, while Burst Limit actually got released on the newer generation, which was the PlayStation 3. But Burst Limit and Infinite World were basically, they're technically a Budokai games. Now, of course, I am one of those few people that do want to see like a Rage and Blast 3, heck, even a Xenoverse 3. But I'll get into more details about the Xenoverse one because that's more likely to happen. Going back to the Budokai series now, of course, I would love to get a 2D fighting Dragon Ball game. I mean, we just got one, but I mean like for the casual fans. I'm not talking about like the hardcore main series Dragon Ball on 2D fighting game, like for example Dragon Ball Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighters is not really a Dragon Ball game. It's basically like a Street Fighter game, or like one of those two Marvel v Capcom. That's basically what it is, with Dragon Ball skins over it. That's what that game was. That's what Dragon Ball Fighters is. It's not really a traditional Dragon Ball game if you think about it, but overall it was one of the greatest Dragon Ball games that we got, and it did pretty well. It's at Evo, is a lot of these mainstream events around the world. But the next Dragon Ball game, of course, like I said, I would love to get like a 2D fighting game back. For example, if Bandai Namco, because it was Dems the one that developed Burst Limit, if you guys didn't really know that. Dems was the developer for all the Budokai series, also with Burst Limit. Now, like I was saying before, Burst Limit is an unfinished project. So if Bandai Namco want to continue and release that on the next generation, which is of course PlayStation 5, and just add a little bit more to that game, I'm sure all the Dragon Ball fans, including myself, will be very grateful. Now, Ramstar actually made a video, I think it was today or yesterday, but every year Ramstar usually make a video. He even mentioned that does have the most chance to get a release or to be the next Dragon Ball game, of course, is Xenoverse 2 and Xenoverse 3, because right now Xenoverse, next year going to 2022, Xenoverse will be about almost 6 years old. So that has a very high chance of being the next big Dragon Ball game for the next upcoming year for 2022. Now, of course, Bandai Namco don't really have to do that because Xenoverse is continually producing DLCs. I don't really know when the next DLC gonna be, because I think they're up to DLC 12 by now. Maybe that is the final DLC. I haven't played Xenoverse for a while, but let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Do you guys think Xenoverse will have more DLC? If not, do you guys believe the next Dragon Ball game will be focusing around Xenoverse 3? Now, moving on to the main one I really want to discuss for that we could see at E3, like a very high possibility or a very high chance we most likely will see, is technically a whole new brand new Dragon Ball game that Bandai Namco will pretty much develop at E3. I mean, announce at E3 for the next upcoming year, which will be 2022, and PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Now, they could go many route, and the reason why I say this because the next Dragon Ball game could most likely come out on like Nintendo Switch or all kinds of stuff, because Bandai Namco has this weird habit when they usually announce some Dragon Ball game, or for example like if they're working on like a main series Dragon Ball game, like a main series that what everyone will love, they usually release like a bootleg version. Because back in the day when before we got Xenoverse 1, we got Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or Dragon Ball Battle of Z. Sorry, my apologies. Dragon Ball Battle Z was Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z was technically like a bootleg version of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, because it had everything that game had. It had the customization feature. Obviously, you couldn't create your character, but it had like a huge arena where you got to fight there with your teammates going up against other people around the world. You even get to fight against giants, great apes, and all that cool stuff. Now, Naruto Shinobi Striker took a lot from Dragon Ball Battle of Z and also Xenoverse, and they kind of implement that in their own game, which was pretty cool. But going back to what I was saying, guys, the next big Dragon Ball game will most likely be very brand new, like a whole new series that Bandai Namco could capitalize on. Now, one of the biggest issue that I'm kind of like a bit scared of, we really don't know who the developer will be. Now, I would love for the developer to be either DEMS again or CyberConnect 2, because of course if we do get CyberConnect 2, you expect to see all those amazing visual like we got from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, from the Naruto Storm 4 series and all that stuff. But if we do get DEMS, well, the story and of course the gameplay wise will be spectacular, will be amazing. DEMS aren't really known for like the outlandish like graphics and all that amazing stuff from the story like CyberConnect 2 are, but CyberConnect 2 gameplay wise, they can't compare that to DEMS. DEMS is way better in that. Now, if we want to talk about the release date, we could be seeing at E3 for this next Dragon Ball game. Like I said, it will most likely be 2022, definitely. But E3 release date, we really don't know, because usually E3 is in May. That's when we usually get E3, around April and May. But I'm not too sure if they have delayed E3 this year. If I find out about that, we'll put it in the description below for you guys to know about that, or I could just pin it in the comment section below. But if I find out the release date for E3, I'll make sure to let all of you guys know. Now, I know a lot of people will also be asking me, where can I watch E3 live? Of course, it's going to be on YouTube. E3 will go live on YouTube, and will also go on Twitter. You'll find all that information there. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted, and of course they'll also go live on Twitch, so it's pretty easy to find. You guys don't have to worry. The only thing you need to worry about is just the release date, when E3 will get released, for us to get all this information. But guys, like everything I say in this video, there's a very high chance, 90% chance, we will get a new Dragon Ball game getting announced at E3. I'm very excited. I really don't know what that next game is going to be. It could be a remake from the older game that we had in the past, like Budokai game or Tenkaichi 3, or something crazy like who knows, Raging Blast 3, Xenoverse 3, and even Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. Something crazy. We most likely will be expecting that. I think one of the coolest things, before I end this video, I just want to touch on, is the fact that every single year Bandai Namco has signed a contract that we are supposed to be getting a brand new Dragon Ball game every year. The only issue that a lot of people is facing and questioning now is the fact that the anime is not back yet. It's been almost 3 years since the anime finished, like Dragon Ball Super. The manga is still going on, but the issue with any anime game, and when the anime is completed, they will stop making games for that, similar to what they did with the Naruto Storm series. When Naruto ended with Shinobi Striker, Naruto Shippuden ended, they stopped making the Storm series. That was the final one, and then they released Boruto, and then obviously they're making Naruto Shinobi Striker X Boruto game. But the fact of the matter is, this is Dragon Ball. This is the baby for Bandai Namco, of course. So of course we do expect to see a Dragon Ball game every single year. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. I'm actually very excited for everything to come at E3 this year. If you guys are new to the channel, of course, please leave a like, comment. I want to hear all your comment section. I want to hear all your opinion in the comment section below. But any further ado, have an amazing day, guys. God bless you. I'm sorry this video came out late. Like I said, today's my birthday. I have to spend time with my family, so I will see you later, guys. Peace out.